One of the most beloved and admired TV series of recent times, the series Dog Dunivi Kadarandir, in fact, is included in psychiatry Dr. Gulsaran Budayjolu's book Penjareda Kikis. In fact, this story is a very short chapter in the book. The book contains a 2-session interview, which is described in a few pages and in which a loyal woman named Zeynep goes to Gulsaran Budayjolu to explain her troubles. But you know that we love to prolong and exaggerate events in Turkish TV series. In this video, I will tell you the real story of The House You Were Born Is Destiny. I will compare the story in the book with the story in the TV series. I will tell you what is different in the series. Please subscribe to the channel before the video starts. The event is actually a story based on the pattern of fate Gulsaran Budayjolu frequently uses. The events take place in Ankara, not in Istanbul. There is a girl wearing a headscarf coming to Gulsaran Budayjolu's psychiatry clinic. The girl's name is Zeynep. Zeynep, who is shy and bored, told the psychologist, "I know you through your books. You have very good books. These impressed me very much. That's why I came to see you. I have a big problem. I feel very bad. I have been depressed for a long time." She says, "Please help me," and the story begins. Zeynep's mother is really poor as in the series. Her father is a construction worker and her mother goes to house cleaning. She has a brother and a sister. Her brother is very smart. He loves to read. He's a very calm person. But although he is very smart, his father does not allow his brother to study. He is trying to make him earn money and take care of the house by taking the constructions and running them. Zeynep's father spends the money he earns in taverns. He comes home drunk every evening. He beats Zeynep's older sister, brother and mother. It is often stated that especially Zeynep's brother was beaten much more. When her sister is 10 years old, she takes the responsibility of taking care of Zeynep and her brother because her mother goes to the cleaning. Her older sister does everything about cooking, cleaning and homework. While her older sister is at school, Zeynep stays at home alone. Even though she is 2 or 3 years old, she sits at the window waiting for her sister or mother to come home and save her from loneliness. That's why the name of the book is The Jamdaki Kiz, Girl in the Window. Imagine a 3-year-old girl alone at home. When Zeynep was 5 years old, her brother became ill with tuberculosis and passed away within a year. The death of her brother affects Zeynep and her sister a lot. Her mother constantly sees her husband responsible for the death of her son, and both Zeynep, her sister and her mother begin to bear a great grudge against Zeynep's father. In addition, his mother constantly tells her father that "My son died because of you." His father becomes angry and constantly beats his mother. When her older sister reaches the age of 18, she escapes from home and marries the first man she meets. Her aim is to get rid of the home, her father's annoyances, her mother's constant exploitation of emotions and pity. She runs away to the husband to get out of the house, but nothing goes as she hoped. It turns out that her husband is also an alcoholic and beaten. Her older sister is never happy. While Zeynep is in secondary school, her father takes Zeynep from school. "What happened when your sister went to school?" "She ran away to the husband." "Are you going to go to school and run away to the husband?" Says, beats Zeynep and does not send her to school. Zeynep is starting to clean with her mother. There is a house where her mother always works. This is Nermin's house. Nermin is a very kind-hearted, well-intentioned, cultured and kind person. Her husband Ekrem is a bureaucrat. Husband and wife get along very well. It's not like the show. The husband does not cheat on his wife, does not cheat her. However, there is only one missing in their marriage. Nermin and Ekrem do not have children. Nermin Ham says to Zeynep's mother, "You are not being taken care of by this child. Just let us scare her for saving her future." Her mother tells the story to Zeynep's father. Father is pleased and accepts it. "A new source of income has emerged for us," he says. Father's attitude towards Zeynep is also beginning to change. She treats Zeynep much better. In fact, Zeynep says to the psychiatrist, "I heard my father call me my daughter that day for the first time. I would never hear the word daughter from my father's mouth," she says. Her father takes Zeynep to Nermin's house. Nermin takes very good care of Zeynep. Zeynep is surprised at what happened. She sees objects and toys she has never seen in her life. When they sit down to eat, she is surprised by the abundance and variety of food at the table. She sees food she has never seen before. Zeynep says to the doctor that her stomach hurts because she eats too much. Zeynep takes the food on the table, takes it to her room and hides it under her bed, for fear of going hungry. Later, Nermin realizes this. She is putting a refrigerator in Zeynep's room. "And don't be afraid, my girl. These are your food, you can eat as much as you want. When these are finished, fill new ones again. Eat as much as you want. You will not get hungry," she says. It takes Zeynep 1 year to get used to this new life. Zeynep begins to suffer remorse. "I live in luxury, but what is my mother doing? My mom is hungry. She lives in misery," she says. Meanwhile, Zeynep's own mother continues to come to work at Nermin's house. Zeynep is doing very well at school. Nermin is proud of her. But Zeynep's own mother's attitude towards Zeynep begins to change. "I work like a slave. I live without food and water," she says. "You live in abundance." She starts to look at Zeynep as if she is an enemy. Zeynep collects her pocket money and gives it to her mother. Imagine her mother getting her child's pocket money. Zeynep's father constantly asks for money from Ekrem. Nermin and Ekrem support them financially. He even finds a job for Zeynep's father. But the man quits because he is a drunkard and a bum. Zeynep says to the doctor, "Does the mother ever be jealous of her daughter? My mother was looking at me as if I was an enemy. She was jealous of me. And I was very sad and in remorse." Later, Ekrem retires and they decide to move to Istanbul. Zeynep is very upset that she is separated from her mother, but her mother is not sad at all. Nermin pays Zeynep's mother a large amount of compensation. The woman is very happy. So she doesn't care about her child. Then Zeynep goes to law school. She studies law and meets Farouk there. Farouk is not like in the series. He is a very nice gentleman. The two become lovers. Zeynep introduces Farouk to Nermin. Nermin loves Farouk very much. Zeynep's school ends. Farouk goes to the army. They will marry when he returns. Nermin informs her family that Zeynep will marry. She tells that Farouk is in the army and that they will get married when he returns. But when they tell, doomsday breaks out. Her family said, "Let's get Zeynep right here. We found someone named Dr. Mehdi. We will marry her," they say. They are very angry with Nermin. Her father, who does not cry even after his son dies, begs Zeynep and cries. They convince Zeynep to come to Ankara and meet with Mehdi. Zeynep agrees to marry because she feels guilty against her family. She leaves Farouk by writing a letter. She marries Mehdi. So Mehdi is a doctor in the book. He has no family either. Farouk asks Nermin about the situation, but Zeynep gets married. Farouk does not go after Zeynep. It comes out of Zeynep's life. Mehdi is distantly related to Zeynep's family. They get engaged in a week. Mehdi has already seen Zeynep's photos, likes her very much and wants to marry Zeynep. They get married in 2 months. The appointment of Mehdi goes to Malaysia and they settle there. 2 months later, Zeynep becomes pregnant. She is doing an internship at a law firm in Malaysia. While her life is going normally, Zeynep's daughter is born. Later, Zeynep starts to get to know Mehdi. Mehdi is actually an alcoholic, and Mehdi spends all his money on alcohol. They are starting to suffer economically. Mehdi brings almost no money to the house. Mehdi is a quiet, cold, non-speaking person. Later, it turns out that Mehdi cheated on Zeynep. Zeynep learns this from a girl at the workplace. a love affair with the ex-lover of a very close friend of Mehdi. It turns out that Mehdi actually spent all his money on that girl, not on alcohol. Meanwhile, it turns out that the girl's ex-lovers are also threatening Mehdi. So Mehdi is immersed in mud. When Zeynep finds out about this, she attacks Mehdi at home and strikes him. Mehdi beats Zeynep for not being as nice as in the series. Thereupon, Zeynep takes her daughter and goes to Istanbul to Nermin. During this period, Zeynep falls into depression and closes in her room for 3 months. She's always lying down so she can't even lift her head. After 3 months of depression, Zeynep comes to the psychiatrist and talks to her and gets treatment. Psychiatrist prescribes medication for her. Zeynep goes to the psychiatrist 2 months later. Psychiatrist Gulseren Budayoglu has even forgotten about her. She is surprised when she sees Zeynep. Zeynep begins to tell. In fact, Mehdi gave Zeynep's own mother a vineyard in their village to marry Zeynep. I am giving you this vineyard. You marry me your daughter, he said. In other words, her family sold Zeynep to Mehdi for a vineyard. Zeynep realizes that her family does not love her at all and sees her only as a source of money. In fact, when Zeynep tells her mother that she wants to divorce, her mother says do not divorce. Meanwhile, her mother and father are building a shed in the vineyard given by Mehdi and settling there. They are afraid that if Zeynep divorces, they will lose the vineyard. Zeynep's older sister is also unhappy. She has 2 to 3 children. Her mother and father said to her, divorce and come, there's a lot of work here. Serve us, they say. They want to use her as a maid. Zeynep's older sister divorces her husband and goes to the village. Mehdi does not want to divorce Zeynep and threatens her. But Zeynep divorces and takes custody of her daughter and continues her life in Istanbul. This is the story of the book. It's very different from the show. Mehdi is the car mechanic in the series, the doctor in the book. The events take place in Ankara, Istanbul and Malaysia, but the series always takes place in Istanbul. Farouk is actually a very good person, but he is a bad person in the series. There is Zeynep's friend Amini in the series. Mehdi has sisters, but none of these characters are in the book. In the book, Zeynep wears a headscarf. Mehdi and Zeynep have an adopted daughter in the series, but they have one daughter in the book. What do you think about the differences between the book and the TV show? Which one do you think is good? Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. See you.